What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Grace if you are new. Story. Hello. Riella just woke up from her nap. It's going to be my labor and delivery story with her. We are expecting baby number 2 this March. So if you guys want to see our family grow, don't forget to subscribe down below and turn on your post notifications. Well, I was gonna film 2 separate videos because I did attempt to use castor oil, which was the worst idea of my life. We're gonna go back to April 2019. So we went to the doctor's on April 22nd, I believe. My original due date was April 27th. So we went to the doctor's. I was 1 centimeter. I was 39 weeks pregnant with her. So my doctor didn't really have a reasoning, but he's just known to use induction. Basically, we set my induction date for, hold on, I got this whole story twisted because the doctor's appointment was April 23rd, and he wanted me to come that night to the hospital at 8 p.m. to start Pitocin. So, you know, me, your girl, was already been trying to induce her labor for about a week. From walking miles on miles every single day. I did not bounce on a ball, but I did eat a lot of spicy food. I was walking, I was working my butt off, like cleaning everything and being active and just trying to do everything that I could. And then I was reading about castor oil for a long time, and I was really procrastinating it. And I was just like, you know, I'm so far along, I don't see anything bad like happening. So, you know, my dumb self bought castor oil, and this was about a week before my appointment. So I started using castor oil like every other day. So I don't know if that is what got me to be 1 centimeter in the first place, but whatever. I went home and I took more castor oil like a dummy instead of just waiting until 8 p.m. the same day to go and get induced. I decided, well, what's it gonna hurt? So I took the most that I ever took, which was like 2 tablespoons, so it wasn't anything crazy. But before that, I wasn't like taking that much because I was just like really scared of it. So that's probably why it slowly, I think that it is what got me to 1 centimeter, but I think that it slowly took that whole time to get me to 1 centimeter because I was not like overdoing it. A little bit later, the cramps start getting worse, right? And, you know, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like either having contractions or something is wrong. And I was literally in the bathroom trying to shit for like an hour and nothing was happening. So I was like, oh my god, I think this is it. What am I doing here? Why am I still here? So this is literally like a couple hours after my appointment. So they told me that if anything got worse, that I should call and they'll tell me whether or not to go into the hospital. So I did. I called. We packed everything. We got in the car and we went to the hospital. This is where I fucked up because I went to the hospital. I sat there and now I was stuck. So I was still 1 centimeter. I still had to sit there until 8 p.m. and it was like 3 o'clock. So I was just sitting there for nothing. They wouldn't let me go home for who knows why. And so now I'm stuck there for 5 hours. But anyways, time goes on and these pains are getting worse, right? I'm still at 1 centimeter a couple hours later. So this castor oil is just causing me the worst pain of my life. I'm sitting there in pain, nothing is happening, and my pain is just getting worse. So they came in and they gave me some medicine. I don't know what it was. It wasn't Pitocin, it was some other like drug to make you feel good. Not an epidural, it wasn't an epidural, we'll get there. But it wasn't an epidural, so I'm not really sure what it was. But anyways, now I'm feeling a little good. So that was that. So, you know, 8 o'clock or whatever time it was comes around and they come in. I think that I went the whole entire night. I was just kind of awake and there at that point, and on the Pitocin, and that was that. So the next day comes around and then my doctor comes and he's there now. So they basically checked me and I was like 4 centimeters. I wasn't really feeling any pain, so they came in to break my water. This is the good part. This is where it gets really painful. So if you didn't know, when you get your water broken or your water naturally breaks, from there it hurts really, really bad. So my medicine is basically worn off. Yeah, the medicine wore off. So they break my water, and I kid you not, like 2 to 10 minutes later, I'm in excruciating pain. So at that point I was like, I need the epidural, I need them to come back, I need them to come back right now, I can't handle this, I'm in too much pain. So they come back and I think they gave me more of what I had from the beginning, I guess, to see if that would help so that they wouldn't have to give me the epidural so early. I don't really know how that works. Tavion went and got the nurse lady, and then they came back with the anesthesiologist. I think I said that right. And they made him leave. So my anxiety is all the way up here. He has to leave me to be in pain, and I have to deal through these contractions and get this epidural. So that's what happened. But my nurse was really nice. Once I got the epidural, he got to come back. After I got the epidural and they put the like catheter in or whatever, your girl felt wonderful. So I felt real good from there forward. So I don't really remember the time frame. No one told me anything. The only people that were there were me and Tavion, so we were both like exhausted, so I don't really remember anything, and he doesn't. I can't rely on him to remember times. So, you know, at this point I have the epidural. I think it was like really early in the morning, like it was like 6 or 7 in the morning at this point when they like broke my water and I got this epidural and whatnot. So I don't remember. Maybe it was like 8 or 9 in the morning. I really don't know. So at this point I'm feeling real good. I passed the fuck out. I'm asleep, I'm knocked, and I don't wake up until I'm 8 centimeters. The nurse comes back, checks me, and I'm 8 centimeters. So they're like kind of putting me in a different position, raising the bed up, and like getting prepared because of how fast that went. And the next thing I knew, I was 10 centimeters and you know, your girl was ready to push. Basically, we started pushing before my doctor even came in there because they seen her head, and that was that. And it just went really fast from there. I think that I only pushed like four times. I don't know, but when I started pushing, I only pushed for like 15 or maybe 20 minutes. I don't think it was, I don't know. It felt like it was like 5 minutes long, but I know that it was really like 15, 20 minutes that I was pushing. And then little Miss Briella Lynn was here. It gets worse after she comes. So after she comes, it was basically people came and visited, whatever, that went by pretty fast. And then the next day comes around and we're just there thinking that when it hits 3 we're gonna get to go home because it's been 24 hours, but that doesn't happen. So 3:30 comes around and my doctor is not there. Basically, she was completely in the clear to go home and we were waiting for my doctor that never came. So then I was like, okay, look, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm just gonna go pee, because they came in and they said that he did get there and he was doing the circumcision in the other room and then he was gonna come check me and we could go home. And while I'm in the bathroom, the doctor comes in, but at that point I was literally just going pee. Like I heard him at the door and I literally just pulled my little mesh undies up. I literally walk out and he's already gone. So they said that he was just doing something else and he was gonna come back, and that was like an hour later. So then more time goes by and the nurse comes back and she was like, we're gonna have you stay for another night. And if you didn't know, they can't legally hold you after the 24-hour period, whether you're checked or not. So I didn't get checked. I was frustrated and upset. I didn't know that I could just leave until my mom texted me and told me that I can literally leave and just tell them that I'm leaving. So basically Tavion went. We're literally fed up. We're just ready to go home. We're tired of being in the hospital. We got there way earlier than we were supposed to get there. Is that you in there? Is that you in there? Is that you in there? Okay, but anyways, we were just fed up and ready to leave. So he went and marched and told them that we were gonna go leave. That we were gonna go leave. So that is what we did. And then we left. So we were in the hospital for basically 3 whole days. And if that doesn't sum it up for you, then I don't know what would. So I hope that you guys got something from this horrid story and that you guys for some reason liked to just listen to me talk. I know that I wouldn't, but hey, you like what you like. So don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, leave some video ideas, tell me if you liked anything about this video, because I could talk all day long, let me tell you. And I got some better stories than this, hunty. We will see you guys in the next video. Say bye-bye. Oh, bye. You're so smart. Yeah, say bye. Oh, there goes the bow. There goes the bow.